Alright, hey guys, Zimmerbo's TCG back in the video. In this video, I'm going to be going over some new Earthbound support. So Earthbound Immortal is a pretty powerful archetype that, despite being really strong, have the restriction of only being one on the field. And haven't really gotten a chance to shine properly, and I hope that these new cards actually give it the chance to do so. So let's see, here we have Earthbound Prisoner, Groundkeeper. This is a level 1 Dark Fiend tuner, so I don't think there was a Synchro monster in this archetype beforehand. And looks like this isn't an Earthbound Immortal, so you can actually have this card on the field with one of your Earthbound Immortal monsters. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 level 5 or lower Earthbound monster from your deck or grave, except this card, or Earthbound Spirit. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for Fusion and Synchro monsters. So it looks like it's going to be a deck that focuses mainly on those two. Being able to normal or special summon this card out and then get a free extension of that without it being negated seems like a very powerful card. Earthbound monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while there is a card in the field zone, except Earthbound Spirit. So again, this is a pretty strong way of just protecting your monsters. It can actually make the Earthbound monsters a lot more powerful just having this card on the field. But having it as a tuner, this card has a lot of functionality. And I'm a big fan of the card art, so this is really cool to see here. I just think this art is just really nice, and all the different creatures that it's able to take. It's just really cool. And here we have Earthbound Prisoner Stone Sweeper. So it's a level 5 Dark Fiend effect monster. You can only special summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If there's a card in the field zone, you can special summon this card from your hand. So a pretty easy way of getting it out, and because the Earthbound Immortal relies a lot on the field spell, then this is just a great way of just adding on to that. More reliance, but hopefully they add a field spell here that's pretty powerful. You can discard this card and add 1 level 3 or lower Fiend tuner from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for Fusion and Synchro, again locking you into those. And this is just a great way of searching this out here. Searching out Earthbound Prisoner, Groundkeeper. Pretty easy to get this out. And then here we have Earthbound Prisoner, Line Walker, which is another tuner, a level 3 Dark Fiend tuner. Again, the card art here is killing it. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Earthbound Prison or Harmonic Synchro Fusion from your deck or grave to your hand. It's a pretty easy way of just searching one of these cards out. And if you control a level 6 or higher Earthbound monster, except for Earthbound Spirit, you can banish this card from your grave, then target one opponent's effect monster special summon from the extra deck. Shuffle it into the deck, then your opponent can special summon 1 monster with the same name from the extra deck. So this seems pretty interesting. Just all you're gonna do is just banish this card, and then I guess the thing with this is that this is kind of risky, because if they run another copy of that card that you're banishing, then they're going to be able to get it out and possibly activate the effect again. But if they're running a one-of, which people typically run with just 1 copy of Baron, this could be a pretty good way of just removing it without them really being able to do anything. Of course, it's a risk on your side, but this is a pretty cool card though. Pretty interesting gimmick. And here we have the Fusion monster. So this looks like a Kraken here, and Earthbound Servant Yugioh Kraken. It's a level 8 Dark Fiend Fusion effect monster. Again, the card art killing it here. Just looks really cool. It requires 2 Earthbound monsters except for Earthbound Spirit. You can only use the first and second of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 field spell from your deck or grave to your hand. So again, just an easy way of searching our field spell. And since this is really important for the deck, this is very nice to see here. If a monster is special summoned from your opponent's extra deck, you can destroy as many of their monsters special summoned this turn as possible, and if you do, inflict 800 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed by this effect. So being able to just pop a bunch of monsters seems pretty effective. And okay, if a monster is special summoned from your opponent's extra deck, yeah, you can just pop as many monsters that they... So you can just time this, I guess. Seems pretty interesting. It's an interesting fusion monster. And here we have another, again, killing it. Art just looks really nice. I don't know how it's stat from here. I just really like this type of art. Let me know if you guys want to see me test these. I definitely want to look into it. But here we have Earthbound Servant Yugioh Gracia Labolas. Dub Earthbound Servant. Okay, I guess I could have just read this here. Earthbound Servant Yugioh Gracia. So it's a level 10 Dark Fiend Fusion effect monster with 3,000 attacks. So this looks like one of the boss monsters at least outside of the Earthbound Immortals. It requires 1 Earthbound Fusion monster plus 1 Earthbound Synchro monster. So definitely going to include this card with what we can see here. There's a single monster in the bottom, but it must be Fusion Summon, and you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. At the start of the damage step of this card, battle the monster, change that monster's attack or defense to 0. So pretty much means that it's going to win any battle it's in. If an opponent's monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy all cards they control. Again, that's pretty powerful. I guess the the way this is written, it seems pretty interesting. It just says if here. It doesn't really say like if it's a quick effect. I'm assuming it's a quick effect. That's the only way it'd be able to interact with the destruction through battle or card effect. But you guys let me know if you can tell like what this is exactly. If so, that's pretty powerful. If you're able to just pop something, being able to just get rid of something else because you're able to pop one card, seems like really strong card. And if this face-up card leaves the field by your opponent, you can special summon one Earthbound monster from your deck or extra deck except this Earthbound Spirit. So this card is easily able to replace itself, and you can just get out any Earthbound monster. It's pretty nice since the Earthbound Immortal monsters are really powerful, so being able to get one of those monsters out, or just any of the ones from the extra deck, this card just seems pretty worth summoning here. And here we have another, so we have the first synchro. So this is Earthbound Servant Yugioh Gremlin. It's a level 6 Starfiend synchro effect monster. It requires one Dark Tuner, one non-tuner. During the main phase, quick effect, you can target one face of monster your opponent controls. Your opponent chooses one of the effects for you to apply. Destroy that monster, again, attack equal to that monster's attack. Okay, so that seems pretty... It's a one target removal or gaining life points. Could be decent. It could actually win you some games here just by buying time. During the battle phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon one Earthbound fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials mentioned on it from your hand, field, and or grave. So it looks like that's how it's going to work. You can actually synchro into this card and then use it in order to fusion summon. So a lot of going into the extra deck here, and just climbing here. And then here, I'm guessing it's going to be one of the boss monsters. I guess the main boss monster is this fusion monster because it requires a synchro. But here we have Earthbound Servant Yugioh Griffin. So again, cool art. I like the different colors with the little symbols on the actual monsters. It requires one Dark Tuner and one non-tuner. It's a level 8 Dark Fiend Synchro. Quick effect, you can special summon one Earthbound monster from your grave in defense position except this card or Earthbound Spirit. Also, you can special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for fusion and synchro monsters. So being able to get something out here pretty easily, extension without the monster being negated. And if this card is destroyed by your opponent, you can destroy one card on the field, then inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each Earthbound monster with different names you control and in your grave. So that can actually add up. Again, it's just one card removal, but because, you know, we did see this, I think it was the fusion monster, was this one? If a monster... There was a card here that we saw, it might have been the boss monster here, but it said like if an opponent's monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy all cards they control. So I'm guessing a lot of these one card destructions, if you summon them in tandem with the boss monster, then you can actually just punish their entire board. And then here we have Earthbound Prison. So this is the actual field spell card for the archetype. When this card is activated, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls. This card gains that effect. Negate that monster's effects. So on target, you're gonna have to target a effect monster your opponent controls. I guess it says you can, so I guess you don't necessarily have to, but it does give you the ability to negate something. So that's pretty cool. I like how it stays in theme of actually like imprisoning your opponent's monster by negating it. And then during your main phase, you can normal summon one Earthbound monster in addition to your normal summon / set. So again, it's just an easy way of getting these monsters out. And if this card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and you have an Earthbound monster on your field and or in your grave, have your opponent's life points, and if you do negate the effects of all face-up cards they currently control until the end of this turn. So again, this card is just, yeah, it's a good field spell. It's going to punish your opponent if they get rid of it, and if they don't, you're going to be able to keep that monster, one of their monsters, negated, and you're going to be able to get continuous value out of it outside of, you know, the Earthbound Immortal monsters that require the field spell. So really good field spell here. And here we have Harmonic Synchro Fusion. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this card, except for Fusion and Synchro. Send two face-up monsters you control to the grave, one tuner and one non-tuner. Special summon one fusion monster and one synchro monster from your extra deck that can be fusion and synchro summon using only the ascend monsters. So that's pretty cool. What the? So you're actually able to fusion and synchro summon at the same time using this card by using only two monsters. That seems pretty powerful as long as you're able, like, they're both valid targets. It seems like one fusion monster that can be fusion and synchro summon using the only descent monsters in the graveyard as material. That seems like, if I'm reading it right, special summon. Oh no, yeah, special summon one fusion monster and one synchro monster from the extra deck. Damn, this is a pretty good card. Being able to just synchro and fusion summon pretty powerful. This archetype honestly has a lot of potential here. The Earthbound Immortal monsters are already pretty strong, and of course you're gonna have to rely on the field spell, but honestly, pretty solid support. Let me know what you guys think about this support. I think the art is killing it too, but make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.